So getting up and moving again. You guys can see our average fuel economy dropped quite substantially. Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video I'm going to be going over what I am dubbing the Ford Bronco Sport Sasquatch. First and foremost though, a huge shout out and thank you to the Larry Miller Ford Lincoln here in Provo, Utah for giving me some time with this Bronco Sport. If you want to come and try out this kit, this is actually one of their demonstrator vehicles, so you can basically just come down and take it out for a test drive before you decide to put this same kit on your Ford Bronco Sport. Anyways, I'll include a link to their inventory in the description down below so you can check out what they have currently. If you have any questions, just ask for John Jenks. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. So under the hood of this Bronco Sport, we have a turbocharged 1.5 liter 3-cylinder that goes through an 8-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 25 around town and then 28 on the highway, with power outputs being 181 horsepower and then 190 pound-feet of torque. You can also get a larger 2-liter 4-cylinder turbo in the Bronco Sport as well if you want a bit more power. Now let's quickly go over the items on the Ford Bronco Sport Sasquatch before we take it out and see how this package drives. So first off, you guys can see we actually have a light bar here in the center, which is definitely a cool addition to the Bronco Sport. And obviously it adds practicality with better visibility at night. Now you guys are probably wondering how it functions. It's actually pretty straightforward. All you have to do is just press this little button right here. Goes into the on position. And bam, LED light bar is illuminated. So yeah, super simple, super straightforward with that. And then, you know, if you want to turn it off, yeah, pretty complex. But anyways, now the next thing with this package is going to be the tire and wheel setup. So 245, 65, 17 on the front and in the rear as well, which is a serious off-roader setup. I mean, that's a decent amount of sidewall. Obviously not the widest tires, but I mean, you guys can see with this setup, we're basically right at like, pretty much like neutral offset, pretty much. It's like right there. A little bit of negative offset I think would look pretty cool in a Bronco Sport if you do ask me. But anyways, you've got the stock metallic wheels, and then you guys can see these tires. Now this does also have a level kit added to it as well. So here's a quick look at suspension in the front, and then also here in the rear. And you guys can see I'm on this little bump here, so kind of articulated a little bit, not a lot, but just so you guys can kind of see the stance here with this Bronco Sport. And it looks really good, honestly. Like, I know a lot of people give the Bronco Sport crap, but I mean, it's, you know, a very affordable off-roader SUV, and this kit itself is also, you know, pretty affordable on an affordable SUV. And speaking of affordability, let's look at the price and then we'll see how this drives and see if it's worth it. So first off, this is built off of a Big Bend, so this has the like cloth interior, as you guys can see here. And there's the screen setup and everything. Still have the goat modes here with the Big Bend, if you guys are wondering. Obviously it doesn't have the fancy tech that the Badlands has. But anyways, this one, total MSRP $34,970. This is a 200A equipment group. Now you guys can see with the accessories, level kit tires, light bar, $41,223, so total cost $39,073, which, yeah, I mean, that's pretty dang reasonable for a Bronco Sport. Like, this is off-road ready. So the regular Bronco Sport has like 8-ish inches of ground clearance, right? So with these more aggressive tires with the level kit and everything, it's not gonna add a massive amount of ground clearance, but you're probably gonna get what, like maybe another ½ an inch to an inch roughly of ground clearance with this, which definitely helps out. But the biggest thing is these tires are a lot more aggressive than the stock tires, so you're gonna be able to get quite a bit more grip. And so this already advanced 4-wheel drive system is gonna just take you places that you would be surprised. And so yeah, with that being said, let's see how it drives. Well, let's talk about visibility with this lifted Bronco Sport. So you guys can see visibility over the hood. through both mirrors. They do have blind spot monitoring, and then through the rest of the rear. And I do want to mention, you definitely do have like a higher up driving position compared to a regular Bronco. So this technically doesn't have any, it has a sand mode, but you have like a sport mode, normal mode. So this doesn't have like as many dedicated off-road modes as the regular Bronco Sport. But anyways, let's set off. So first off, I'm gonna come down this curb slightly, because I'm gonna show you guys going up the curb. Just like, I know it's a curb, but like obviously this is a brand new car, so I can't take it off-road or anything. But like, look at this. It just like goes right up, goes down, and then the back tire will come up in just a moment. Okay, so we got the back tire on, and just goes right up. Again, I understand it's a curb and it's not difficult, but it's still like, you know, it's still kind of impressive, because some of these like small crossovers like this definitely struggle to even get up little curbs and everything like that. So it's, you know, like I said, it's still kind of cool to see. But the biggest thing that I'm sure you guys are interested in is, hey, can this still accelerate, or is it going to be really slow, especially since this has the 1.3 liter? And yeah, the driving position, seriously, like it's not like truck-like, but it's definitely like, it's, you can tell that it's higher. It's kind of fun, that is for sure. Love the turbo noises you get. Yeah, it's crazy. You get like a big blow-off noise. I don't know if you guys can hear that. That's so fun. That is so fun. I never thought that I would enjoy driving a 3-cylinder vehicle. That is for sure. But let's see how this does around good old roundabout. Still handles really well. That's so fun. That sound that this makes is so fun. Now you do get a little bit more road noise with this. These tires are definitely louder than the stock tires. Yeah, and going over bumps, I mean, that's impressive. Now I'm actually curious to see with the tire pressure setup. Let's go over. Yeah, it definitely feels a lot better. Okay, information. This has got to be something. Oh, there we go. I can get tire pressure showed to you guys in just a moment. But first off, we got to get our turbo noises and our acceleration. You know, not super fast, but not bad. So right around 40 PSI with all the tires. So if you wanted a more comfortable ride, you obviously could air them. And actually, we'll go for a little bit of a longer drive, since this is more about how this drives, because this will be uphill, actually. So it'll show us, you know, I guess how this performs in traffic, but then also how this performs going uphill, higher elevation as well. Yeah, I'm interested to see. Oh, I don't want to reset all the values. 13.9 miles per gallon. That can't be accurate. Oh yeah, this doesn't have any miles on it, basically, so fuel economy's not accurate yet. Let's see what I can average. So we'll reset. What? Oh, hold okay. I guess I don't know what I'm doing. All values reset. Okay, let's see what I get with the fuel economy. I mean, I'm starting like going uphill, so obviously that's not like the most advantageous position for this. And I want to say the ride quality is pretty good as well. Like it's comfortable. The only downside that I frankly see to this so far is just there's a little bit more road noise with this compared to, you know, a Bronco Sport with just the stock tires. Man, I would not want that job of having to unload cars out of one of those transport trucks. That looks so stressful. Other stuff here at the Bronco Sport, it's actually like a super spacious interior. Again, this isn't a super large crossover, but it's pretty spacious. Now we're over 20 miles per gallon. Again, we are moving. We haven't stopped yet, so our average is, even though we're going uphill, our average is slightly skewed. Actually, this probably won't be the best fuel economy test, because I just realized that after this, we go downhill. I guess we have a mix between uphill and downhill, so it's kind of fair, but at the same time, also kind of not fair. But we hit some traffic, so that'll help even things out. But yeah, I thought it was so funny when people, like when this first came out and people were, you know, arguing, is this the real Bronco? Ford's new Bronco is so disappointing because nobody, like, not nobody, but like a lot of people didn't realize, like, oh, that's not the actual Bronco. Like, it's, you know, a little crossover that has the Bronco name. I love those turbo noises. I probably wouldn't get great fuel economy in this on average because of those, because me wanting to hear the turbos. So getting up and moving again, you guys can see our average fuel economy dropped quite substantially. So that happens when you have to accelerate. But another thing I want to mention here is that the ride quality is a lot better than I remember with the Bronco Sport. Again, these beefier tires are going to help out. So these slightly more aggressive tires are going to help out a bit with the ride quality, with helping it be just a little bit smoother. But I mean, they're not going to, you know, completely, like, if you put good tires on a, you know, car with crappy suspension, it's not going to, it'll make it ride better, but it won't fix the whole issue that you have. And so yeah, still impressed with that as well. Looks like this is that's an interesting wireless phone charger. The pad's like tilted to the side there. That is so strange to me. I do like the interior though overall. This is actually padded on the dash, which is pretty cool. Really padded, like mega padded, I suppose, some places. You know, overall fit and finish seems to be pretty good with the Bronco Sport. I do like this like fake leather material in cars now. I know some people aren't all about it, but like it seems like it holds up pretty well over time, and I think it looks pretty good. So that's a big plus overall. Down to 15.9 miles per gallon. We are losing all of our fuel economy. So we're pretty much almost back to the dealer, and I've had a decent amount of time to really get a feel for this. So from a ride quality standpoint, really smooth, really comfortable. You do get a little bit more tire noise with this. Fuel economy, yeah, it does seem like it's affected a bit with the more aggressive tires, which makes sense. That's just the price you pay when you put more aggressive tires on a vehicle. And you know, like I said, the biggest benefits with this is you definitely get way more off-road capability. Like, tires are so important for off-roading. Like, you put more aggressive tires on a vehicle and it improves the off-road capability by a massive amount. And then, you know, on top of that, right, it just makes this look so cool. Like, this actually looks like, I'm not trying to say the regular Bronco Sport's not desirable, but like, this is a desirable looking little crossover. Like, when you compare this to just a regular Ford Escape, or, you know, some other smaller crossovers, like, I don't know, like the Jeep Renegade, for example. Even the Trailhawk Renegade doesn't look as cool as like what this looks like with this leveling kit and these tires. So yeah, I think that it's a really cool setup, and it makes the Bronco Sport just have this aggressive appearance. So yeah, I think if you got the extra money, I think that it's worth it putting this on the Bronco Sport. Final fuel economy number, 22 miles per gallon. There we go. Let me know what you guys think about this. That's gonna sum things up with our video on this Ford Bronco Sport Sasquatch. Again, a huge shout out and thank you to the Larry Miller Ford Lincoln here in Provo, Utah, for giving me some time with this Bronco Sport. Check out the inventory in the description down below. If you have any questions, just ask for John Jenks. I'll see you.